Hi, friends. I'm Nancy Fox.
And I'm Elaine Doran. Welcome to Deep Diving Divas.
On this episode, we are deep diving into the secrets of a woman in her 90s who loves life. And then later, I'm going into my kitchen. I hope you'll join me. I'm making my all time favorite homemade granola. So
Oh,
let's get started.
not wait.
Hey there, friends, it's Nancy and Elaine. They're the Deep Diving Divas, it's quite a name. They're diving deep into the things that matter most, from friendships to family and so much more. Join them each week for a splash of fun.
Well, how you doing?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, how you doing?
No, I'm really good, but something really bizarre happened to me this week with my hair. I've been so lucky to just wake up all the time and have my hair. People think I'm always wearing a wig.
Well, you have
Well,
great hair. So
I don't
what
spend a lot of
happened?
time. I went to get just, the roots done, and I thought I'm going to put back in a little of the highlight that I've had
Okay.
before. So I went back and to get my hair colored, and the woman who put it on for me, she kept it on just a little too long and put me under the heat lamp, and I thought that's really strange. So when she took it off, Nancy, my hair was white. This whole front hair was white.
What?
It was like, what? I mean, I looked at it and I thought maybe this is like a bad dream or something. I'm
Oh,
not like that. I think I turned into a Jewish
Elaine.
princess or something. I don't know. It was like I just went cuckoo. And I said, my God, what is this? And they said, oh, it looks fine. It looks really good. It looks just like your hair. And I'm showing them every picture I've had for the last 20 years. No, this is
Oh,
my hair.
yeah.
And so it was white. So I'm telling you, it was like this quick
White like gray? You
emergency.
mean like gray white? Is that what you
Yeah,
mean by white?
it was kind of more highlighted in gray, but
Yeah.
the general overall look was, this is a hair lady with gray hair.
Oh
So
my
they had to like, I've never had this done. I mean, like scrub it, wash it, put on dark, the dark brown, get this one off and rub and keep washing
God.
until I got this color that's kind of a little bit on the side of a mouse, a little
No.
mousy.
No, you
But
look
anyway, we got it back.
gorgeous.
It's not the worst thing, but it was really bizarre. One day I will show you the picture, but do not show anybody.
Oh my God. Well, Elaine, if there's any consolation, great
Yes.
haircut. Let me see the sides. Let me see the
Oh,
back.
yeah, it is.
Oh, so chic. It's
It's good.
great.
It's good.
Love it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's so not important, but it was that day.
Okay, well, that brings up a story. Should I tell you my hair
Yes.
disaster? Many years ago, when we had our restaurant, in Encino in Beverly Hills, Nancy's
Right.
Healthy Kitchen. I was working the lunch shift in Beverly Hills. I had to rush and get my hair colored. Went to somebody new that my friend Tracy recommended, and she put on the one color and a couple of foils like you. And I was under the hair dryer. And when she took the foils out and washed my hair, remember the Flintstones? I
Yeah.
was Wilma Flintstone. Oh, I freaked out. My hair's been blonde my whole life. I was born blonde. I touch it up now, always blonde. It was not beautiful auburn. It was bright orange. So she goes, oh, no, don't worry, don't worry. Just stay. I'll fix it.
It's
I'm
the
like,
latest
I
hit.
can't stay. I was giving a cooking class for a charity event at my restaurant in Encino. I said, I have to go like this. Just try it quickly.
Yes.
So I went to the restaurant, okay, I lightened up, like, okay, it's going to be okay. Then I walk in, and these two women wanted to surprise me. They came to the event. It was my old high school boyfriend's mother
Oh,
and
great.
sister. Oh my God. I'm like, no, really, my hair doesn't usually look like this. It was embarrassing to say the least. But hey, we're survivors,
Oh,
right?
such a thing. That's it. Over out the window. My mom
Women in
would
their
say,
hair.
the least, yeah, out. It's like that's the least of our problems. Nobody should worry about that. So
That's right. Well, you know
it's
what?
good.
It's okay. We have a license to panic for a little while and then
Yeah.
moving on.
Yes. So we'll move on. Let's move
Moving
on.
on.
I know.
I'm especially excited for this interview. The woman we're interviewing today, she started her career teaching English as a second language. Later, she was on the board of a big cancer institute where she raised millions of dollars with her other board members over 40 years. She was happily married for 54 years, raised three children, had six grandsons, 4 great grandchildren. And the most important thing, she's my beautiful mommy. Welcome, Roberta Novick.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be included.
Oh, this is such a wonderful treat to see you, Roberta. It's been a few years and you look exactly the same and you continue to look the same. You look just like you did when I met you probably 30 years ago. So you've got some special things to tell us and some advice for all of us out there to listen to. So I want to ask you a couple questions and feel comfortable, but tell me, what are you most proud of in your life?
Well, obviously, my family. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment to live as long as I have and see these wonderful grandchildren grow up, and now I have great grandchildren. It's a delight, and it makes me the happiest person in the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
What can you tell to other grandparents out there? What is that secret
It
about
takes
having?
time and effort. From the time my grandchildren were little, I spent a lot of time bonding with them. I'll tell you a very cute story. When Nancy's oldest was a little one, we had him for 5 years, our first, and he would call me and say, "Grandma, I'm not feeling well." I'd say, "Honey, I'll be right there." I'd run out to be with him. It was so great.
Play cards,
Cards,
yeah,
right,
whatever he wanted.
right,
Oh
right.
my gosh. And he would call you up and
A
ask
lot
for
of
you.
time. A lot of time.
Yes. Oh, Roberta, that is so great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mom, what keeps you busy? What are the passions in your life today?
Well, I have one thing. As I said, I have a wonderful family, but I also have a wonderful group of friends that I've had for many, many, many years. And we bonded very early on as young women. I know some of my friends I've had for 60, 70 years. And so it is a delight to keep these not acquaintances, but friends dear to us. We share a lot. We've had a lot of joy, a lot of sorrow, but we're together and it's lovely. It's lovely.
The key thing you said is sorrow, because all of your friends, for the most part, had
Yes.
long marriages, beautiful marriages like you did with my
Like you,
sweet
yes.
dad for over 54 years. And so that, is a
Right.
huge loss. How did you make a life for yourself when dad was gone?
Life just goes on if you give up. What's the sense of giving up? And I did have a wonderful support group, not just my family, but friends. And you go on. What's the alternative? You have to be confident and hope to enjoy the rest of the time, even though it's not the same as it was with my beloved husband,
Yes.
But life goes
I
on.
think I think you found a great word. You have to have the confidence. And I think a lot of people just feel like they're lost and it's over and what are they going to do? But so do you know what gave you that confidence? I mean, what was it?
My husband gave me the confidence because I could do anything. I mean, he always told me, "You can do anything.
Yes.
The world is out there. It's as much for me as it is for you. And just go." And it
Wow.
was wonderful. And it gave me a lot of stability and confidence.
My
that
mom
was unusual.
Yeah, Elaine, just to give you a quick background, my mom didn't come from a very stable home.
No.
Her parents were married till they were both gone, but it wasn't a happy home.
Yeah.
And so she did just the opposite with which a lot of people do. She chose a man, my dad, that was the complete opposite of her father.
Yes.
And Mom, talk about it. How
I mean, I adored my father, but I didn't. He was not a good husband, and he really wasn't the best father in the world either. And so when I think actually I very realistically chose someone not like him because in a relationship there are people who love and people who are loved, and I wanted to be the one who was loved, and my husband supplied that through all the years of our marriage. I came first. Of course, he came first with me, but that it was a wonderful thing. Yep.
I was saying that for that time, for your husband to be so enlightened, to be to give you the confidence being a woman. I mean, so many women always felt that they were not important in the world, and their husbands, unfortunately, didn't really know how to even make them feel like that. It wasn't something they were maybe trained to do. Like today, I think they have more guidance, so that, that you got that from your husband. And I mean, you have had such a busy volunteer career. How have you done that, along with raising and taking care of your children, your grandchildren, being there for your great grandchildren? Tell us about those years when you were
Well, it
really.
was an interesting story. My father and one of my best friend's father were both dying of cancer at the same time. And we made a pact that we would look around to find some sort of a volunteer group where we could help in the fight against cancer. And we found this group, she did, and we
Yes.
were with it for 40 years and
Isn't
raised
it?
a lot of money and made a lot of friendships,
Oh,
over the years,
and
with that.
you were president, weren't you, of that
I was,
organization?
yeah.
You were.
They all
I
took turns,
We all
you
took
know?
turns.
Yeah.
We did.
did.
It was really
Oh,
passion. They were all so
Yeah,
passionate,
yeah.
and they gave out of the goodness of their heart. It was volunteer.
It
It
was
was
all
not a
volunteer.
career.
Right.
It
yeah.
was a career, but it wasn't a
It
paid
wasn't.
career.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Well, just, listening to you describe that, I can tell you're a very humble person, which is probably one of your great qualities, because you're not just bragging about what you've done. You're very proud of what you've done, but I
I'm
think you
proud of
kind
it.
of, yes.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Elaine, so I'm going to share something about my mom. She is the busiest social person that my sister and I always talk about, and my daughter-in-laws and our kids ever met. Look at one of her calendars. This
Oh,
is
wait,
typical of my mama. She has to have her dance card filled. And so
wait.
maybe that's
Is
what
that a
you're proud
calendar from now, or when she was
now.
No,
now,
Now,
not when she was a teenager? Oh,
now.
no. Oh my God, no, that's my calendar now.
So what are
you
some
need
of the
big,
things on your
I think
calendar,
you need
Mom?
bigger boxes.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I first of all, I've always exercised, and that is
Okay.
been a major part of my life. My early years, I played tennis until I had my knee replaced and couldn't anymore. But I've always worked in a gym, worked out. Right now I have a trainer that comes twice a week. I'm down in the gym usually 5 days a week, riding a bike or doing something. But that's been my whole life, and I think that's what keeps me going, energetic. I'm strong. I'm very strong. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Oh,
what do you do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes
Well, I
Thursdays?
play mahjong on Monday and Wednesday, but
uh-huh.
I also, it takes time to exercise and a trainer.
Yes.
Right now, I have a physical therapist and a trainer. So, I mean, I'm always involved in keeping my body fit, and
Yes.
going out to dinner with friends, and my family takes a lot of time, that I enjoy giving. So I'm
Yes.
very busy, very
You're
busy.
kidding. Do you still cook? I mean, is that something
Oh,
on your
I
schedule?
do not cook. My kitchen is closed.
Out
I do
of
not cook.
business.
No.
She was a
I was going to say,
fabulous cook
I
in the day.
enjoyed the days that I did it, but I
yeah,
don't do it anymore. Uh-uh.
right. I know. That's a kind of good thing to share. What are some of the things you've decided not to fill your time with that, take up a lot of time?
Well,
Can you?
I don't have a lot of patience for complainers. I can tell you that. I have a saying with my friends when I say, "How are you?" Just say fine. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh,
Good one, right,
Really,
Elaine?
really. And it's the truth. I don't
maybe
want to
it's,
hear what hurts today.
yeah, that is what hurts today. I know. Maybe it's better not even to ask. I mean, it's nice to ask, but you really don't want to
Everybody
know.
says, "How are you?" And I always say, "Fine."
Yeah,
And that's
I
what I
know.
want to hear from them. That's it.
Elaine, my mom and everybody, she's a wonderful moderator because even when she plays mahjong or other games where she
Yes.
goes away with girlfriends, sometimes women can get little, on each other or whatever. And that's not my mom.
No.
So she'll really kind of put her foot down and say, come on, girlfriends. We're here. We love each other.
Oh,
We're here to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
good time.
yeah.
Let's be nice.
Cool it.
oh, cool. That's why they probably love being around you. That's something. I'm sorry, everybody, that I keep doing this because I have a cuckoo bang today. It is not sitting
Wonderful.
still. God. Okay, so there we go. I don't know what I'm going to have to glue it down next time. but that's why people probably also love being around you too, because you keep the conversation and the environment uplifted, and bringing them up, which they probably need, because a lot of people don't feel like that.
Yeah, right.
So, Elaine, we're going to have to close soon. Is there any other
Oh,
questions you want to ask?
no, this is so much fun. You have to come back and visit us again. You have so
Anytime.
much. Yes.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thank you,
having me.
Richard.
I truly enjoyed it. Thank you.
It was great fun. Good to see you.
Okay, ready to make the most incredible homemade granola? It can be gluten-free and it's vegan and super healthy. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you sort of a grouping of the ingredients, starting out with rolled oats, which I'm using 4 cups. And then whatever favorite nuts you like. I love macadamia nuts, and they're unsalted. A combination of almonds and pistachio nuts, plus adding a cup of raisins. I got all my ingredients, by the way, at Trader Joe's, but any market carries them. We're going to put a little bit of combination of sea salt and cinnamon. And we got to add unsweetened coconut, shredded. And the sweetener is maple syrup. But if you want to use honey, you can do that also. And the last ingredient I'm using is coconut oil that I melted in the microwave. If you don't want to use coconut oil, use your favorite oil, just not olive oil. That's more savory, not sweet. And then it's that simple. We're just going to mix it up. Look at how great these flavors and colors blend together. Wish you're here so you could smell the maple syrup and the coconut. And once you get it all blended, okay, ready. Gonna add it to the pan. Now I've lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper. Used to be tough to find it. You had to be in the commercial industry. But now any grocery store, or I got an enormous one at my local Costco. Let's spread it out, make it nice and even. And I like to use a rubber spatula so all the ingredients don't stick. Once it's all spread out, it's ready for the oven. Okay, everybody, the granola is ready. I took it out of the oven. I let it cool. So take a look. It's so divine. You should smell my kitchen. Actually, my whole house. It just smells pure yumminess. So what do you do with the granola? You can eat it for your family just by the spoonful. Put it in with yogurt or cottage cheese. It's a yummy snack. Or I do like to store them in mason jars. And you can store it in a mason jar for several months. But this is my coveted gift. Everybody I've ever given the granola to, in this mason jar, I add a little ribbon for a thank you, for doctors, housewarming gift, a hostess gift. They always love this granola. Look how cute that is. And last year, my daughter-in-law had a little girl. So for little baby shower favors, I got these jars on Amazon. It's a little milk bottle in glass, filled it with the granola. Everyone loved it. All right, have fun with this. Help, I just got out of the kitchen making the granola, and I'm surrounded by granola in all kinds of jars. Now, you can just bring this as a gift or store it in your kitchen naked. Everyone loves this.
Naked. Everybody loves naked.
But you could also put it in a cello bag. And I put a little raffia and a little ivy. Or want to get fancy, put it in a gift bag, tissue, ribbon. And I got these cute little gift bags, plus everything else at the dollar store. And of course, Elaine and I are obsessed with these little clothespins.
Oh my God, those
Get about
clothespins.
20 of them for $1.25. So you get the gist.
Nancy, I have to tell you that Richard and I are having an affair, a love affair with this granola.
Aw.
He loves to cook. He's a really good cook, but this time he's like nuts. Like every week he makes a new batch, and it is yummy, delicious. And look what we did. Richard did this. Can you see that?
Oh, yes.
Get
That
a
is,
good
what is
place.
that?
It is so good. This is a wonderful granola parfait with a big fat strawberry on it. And it can serve as a dessert or a whole breakfast item. The nuts in there, your wonderful secret of the maple syrup. Yum. Tell us
Okay, so
about,
let's talk about the nuts quickly. So I
yes,
mentioned briefly in my video that I buy my nuts at Trader Joe's, but I really love them. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, Costco does. But the little tip is store them in your refrigerator. They'll last longer. And these bags come sealed or just pop it in a Ziploc baggie.
okay, well, so how about everybody wanting to see this? Because now they can if they go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. All of our podcasts are on YouTube. And actually, Elaine and I think you'll enjoy it better there because you can see everything that we're doing. But if you want to join us on our podcast or YouTube, we're at Deep Diving Divas. And please join us on Instagram, Facebook. If you make the granola, give us a photo, put it on our wall. Or don't forget, you can get the recipe on my website, skinnykitchen.com. And we want to hear from you, right, Elaine?
Totally. We're looking forward to seeing what you do, what kind of creations, and how you're going to use this granola. So,
And if you want to talk about anything about our show, send us an email, the Deep Diving Divas at gmail.com. Okay, see you next time.
bye, everybody. Have a great granola week. Bye.